If you are watching this video, it's probably because you're about to get a Rally Fiesta. And now, pretty quickly, these are some tips that I want you to just keep in your mind when buying a Rally Fiesta. This is actually an amazing car. I've almost had it now for pretty much a year. But this is not actually a video to put down the Rally Fiesta, just some things that I want you to keep in mind when buying one. Number one kind of describes itself. The clipless system. I've actually made an Instagram post about the clipless system and why I did this, but as you see, this is not the clipless system anymore. And that is because Traxxas clipless systems are amazing, but just this one, not really. Or especially not if you're actually racing with it, as I do. As you can see here, what I had to do with the car is to remove the front and the rear bumper, just in case of the fact, if I were racing with this, as fast as this car took the smallest jump, the bumper would just fall off. And that is because the clipless thing ain't under here, it's here. And I completely understand Traxxas that they didn't put it here because you can't really even get your fingers under there. But they could have done anything but here to hold it a little stronger, because the problem is I had to remove the entire front and rear bumper just to not make the body fall off completely if you were racing with it. But what I did was that I eventually changed to a clip system, and I am gonna change this body because this looks absolutely horrible. One thing to have in mind though is that when you're removing the clipless system from your body, you will have to remove the wing, because that sits with the over parts under here. So I recommend you to have it planned with a new body with clips, because this kind of looks like a guinea pig. Now the second thing I think you should keep in mind is choosing the right tires, because it's not really like choosing wheels to any other Aussie car. Because of how low this car is, and with the low center gravity, it has kinda a different type of reaction to wheels. Also, one thing to note is that the original rally tires are pretty small, so if you want any bigger short course tires, remember to fix the gearings for the proper tires, and maybe cut out the body a little bit if you need to, because it's made for pretty small tires, so make sure to do that. Otherwise you might experience some type of body scraping and things like that we don't want. But for an example here, I run 4 Louis Rockets on these, which normally act as on-road tires on slashes and rustlers and things, but on this car it acts a little different. It acts more like, I would say, all-terrain tires, because it doesn't really need the same amount of pattern in the tires. So I don't think you should run on slicks. But I do recommend these Louis Rockets, as they work pretty well. And before going on to the third thing that I think you should think about when buying an Aussie car like this, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to show that you actually want more videos like this. Let's go on to the third thing that you should keep in mind when buying one of these. And the last thing that I think you should keep in mind when buying one of these is the cost or your budget. As you can see, I chose the BL2S version, which is the cheapest version you can get compared to the VXL version. And that is definitely something that I think you should keep in mind. Do you want to put an extra $140 just to get the VXL system? Probably. Or probably not, depending on what person you are. Something you gotta remember is that this system doesn't take the 3S batteries, only 2S batteries, compared to the VXL system that takes 2S and 3S. Now, I think it depends from person to person what car you actually should get. If you are more of a basher or like the performance and speed of VXL power, you maybe should get that. But me as a racer doesn't really care about driving that fast. I mean, this tops about 40 km/h, and that is enough for me with this Rally Fiesta. So if you're just racing with it like me, it's just fine. But that's it for today, guys. If you want more content like this, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.